that the question must have a nexus. Mr. Speaker, you said that the question must have a nexus with the original question, and that's exactly what I'm seeking to do. Mr. Speaker, the questioner wants to know why the biometric SIM registration exercise is being commenced from scratch.
The sites serving these communities have been constructed and are awaiting integration and activation. The ministry is working with the relevant technical partners to complete the integration process to bring the sites on air. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Please, all honorable members standing should kindly resume their seat. Honorable members, the noise level is too much. Yes, any supplementary question?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me correct my honorable minister for some of the communities you mentioned.
Honorable member, ask supplementary question.
Mr. Speaker, he mentioned the names wrongly. That's why I just want to draw his attention.
Honorable member,
thank you, Mr. Speaker.
If you look at Standing Order 88.7,
Mr. Speaker,
a member in asking questions shall not address the House,
Mr. Speaker,
raise any argument, or offer an opinion.
I'm guided, Mr. Speaker.
Anytime our backbenchers had the opportunity to be on their feet, he will use the rules to frustrate them. The rules are not meant to be used to intimidate, frustrate, and as he's trying to do, bring Parliament to a standstill. We've tolerated the first Deputy Speaker for quite some time. May I know from the Honorable Minister that this whole exercise, which according to him is going to commence afresh because of all the irregularities identified, can he tell us the costs, implications to government?
Honorable Minority Leader, with all due respect, that was a question asked by Honorable Patrick Yaobuama, and that question has been overruled. So I don't expect this question from you. They can. Honorable Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, thank you very much for attending upon the House to respond to the questions slated for you. Honorable Minister, you are accordingly discharged. Yes, Majority Leader.
Now you can come back. Come for another one. Ken must come. Ken must come. Ken must come. So we have just a very short information for you. We have observed that the first Deputy Speaker has a way of using the rules to stampede parliamentary oversight. You've all observed that he started the attack on our backbenchers. Anytime our backbenchers had the opportunity to be on their feet, he will use the rules to frustrate them. The rules are not meant to be used to intimidate, frustrate, and as he's trying to do, bring Parliament to a standstill. We've tolerated the first Deputy Speaker for quite some time. Even today, you realize that the question I was asking was a public interest question. this is a government policy that is seeking to start SIM registration afresh. They claim that people use unverifiable identities to get SIM registration cards. And our question is, at what cost? How many people were identified to have used stolen IDs and all of that? Especially so when the minister himself said it will be at no cost to the subscribers. This is a harmless question. It's the interest of the Ghanaian public to know how much it is costing the nation. In any event, the previous registration came at a cost. So we need to know what procurement processes are being followed and all of that. And this is the first deputy speaker who sits in as a presiding officer, claiming to know the rules and saying that no, it's a new question. Meanwhile, that answer was provided by the minister. And the rules under 89(1) allows you to anchor your supplementary question on an answer given by the minister. Clarify. For the purpose of clarification. So this is just our protest. We protested the posture of the first deputy speaker, using the rules to frustrate us. And as you observe, even his own side disagreed with him. The majority leader himself realized that what he was doing was wrong. Is the reason why we walked out. However, we're going back into the chamber to deal with other business. We protested his posture on this very matter, and that is it. Thank you very much indeed.
Please, you are to ask a supplementary question.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, my question is, NCA has rated the current exercise about 81.7 successful. Why is the minister not building on the successes that we've chalked instead of starting a fresh registration?
Mr. Speaker, this is a House of Records. The NCA carried out a sample audit of over 2 million subscriber registrations. For the records, not even one was successfully biometrically verified. So as a House of Records, let's put it on record. In the audit that was done by the NCA, there was not even a single one of the 2 million that was biometrically verified entry. So there's no basis for an 81% claim. Biometric verification, 0%. Thank you.
Yes, honourable member. Any further supplementary questions?
Mr. Speaker, I want to find out from the minister. Is the minister saying that the current system we're running is not linked to our Ghana card? Is that what the minister is saying? That the current SIM registration that we're talking about is not linked to the Ghana card?
Honourable member, you have heard the minister. He said not even one is biometric. It's zero.
No, Mr. Speaker, that's not. I'm talking about Ghana card. That's the question I've asked.
Yes, so then reframe the question well for the minister to come and answer.
Mr. Speaker, I think that you are not being patient. What I'm saying is that is the minister telling us or is telling the country that the current system, the registration that we
so
did,
you can ask the minister whether it is linked with Ghana card.
Yes, that's my question.
So if you said is the minister telling you, that is not the word of the minister. Honorable Minority Leader, with all due respect, that was a question asked by Honorable Patrick Yaobuama, and that question has been overruled. So I don't expect this question from you. They can.
Please, Mr. Speaker, because there are visitors. Mr. Speaker, there are visitors here.
Yes.
Just bear with me a second. Mr. Speaker, the majority leader and my good self operate at our own level. I don't know why all of a sudden the chief whip has been contracted to be engaging. Mr. Speaker, we are not on the same level. Your boss and I have our own level, and in this chamber, I am the senior most in leadership. I've been majority leader and I'm now the minority leader. This is your first time. And he himself, that is his first time in that chair. So if you want to take me every now and then when I'm even talking, you want to come in with
Minority
a point
leader.
of order. Mr. Speaker,
Minority leader, I understand you are classmates at the law school.
Mr. Speaker, I was called before him. Even Habib is senior to you in leadership. I'm on my feet. No, you have not been called by the speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's okay. He's a happy man, avant-garde of government business. Let him take care of the backbench. When we say that, you get worried. The backbench, that is what matters. You've lost everything.
Mr. Speaker, the minority leader and I graduated the same day. We graduated the same day. We qualified the same day. Why? Why? Is the year in doubt? Is the year in doubt? He may be a fellow and I am the former because so that one is not my senior. Please, it's not my senior. It's not my senior. In fact, at the time when law school, his surname was started with marking. So I was called before him. Mr. Speaker, second.
So they asked, which year?
Mr. Speaker, the year is not in doubt. The year that we graduated is not in doubt. Mr. Speaker, second. Mr. Speaker, second. Because, Mr. Speaker, if I mention the year, then those who graduated in 1986 will say that we are children. I don't want my leader to say that we look too young. Mr. Speaker, second, he's not the oldest in leadership. The Honorable Doyo precedes you in leadership. So you can't say that you are the oldest in leadership. He has misinformed the House.
So should go to...
And therefore, Mr. Speaker, we think that person should be expunged. So you see, somebody is also older than you in leadership.
Yes, all members, let me crave your indulgence to redirect item numbered 9F, rather to the committee, F2, to a committee on sanitation and water resources. I so referred. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, I've been informed that the governor is in this house. He's here at long last. Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I want clarity on this matter because the last time he was supposed to appear before us, the governor of the central bank. We want to be sure. No, it's not about going after the governor. I'm only asking. Yeah, I want to be sure because, Mr. Speaker, we are prepared for the governor today. We are prepared for the governor.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I just want to be sure.
If a minister or agency head is to appear and answer question before the question is mentioned, do you get up to demand whether he is here or not? Please. It's a rhetorical question for you not to answer. Majority Leader,
Mr.
let me hear you.
Mr. Speaker, I want to assure the minority leader that of all the people who may be afraid of him, not this governor. This governor cannot be intimidated by you. So don't attempt to intimidate the governor. The governor is here and he is capable of answering any question that this house poses. So please, don't make it an issue. This governor has never failed to attend upon an invitation of this house. Never. So please, let's not dramatize these issues. People's reputations are at stake here, and the reputations of institutions are at stake here.
Any
so,
indication?
Mr. Speaker, the Minister for Communication has to catch a flight, so I want us to take his questions first.
Very well.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Minority Leader, with all due respect,
Mr. Speaker,
you do not have the floor.
Yeah, but Mr. Speaker, he has requested for
something.
You
do not have the floor.
Mr.
Please,
Speaker, normally
please.
when the majority
Please,
leader makes
please,
a
you don't
request,
have the floor.
he has to find out from us whether we are in agreement. He has
What
not
are
informed
the
us.
question numbers?
Mr. Speaker, he needs to build consensus. He needs to clear with us. We need to discuss it. But Mr. Speaker, why are you frowning? Why are you frowning? Because we are talking about the governor, you want to frown? Why are you yesterday you were very cheerful.
So,
Mr.
Minority
Speaker,
Leader, are you objecting?
Mr. Speaker, now you're asking the question. Mr. Speaker, the majority leader knows what to do. Normally, if the minister has to catch a flight or whatever, you engage. That's the practice. He hasn't engaged. Engage. Mr. Speaker, engage. Mr. Speaker, please. Yesterday you had a good day with us. Mr. Speaker, you had a good day with us yesterday. And we all applauded you.
Honourable members, without any objection, I will then mention question number 643, standing in the name of Honourable Grace Ayensu Dankwa. Honourable member, you have the floor. Honourable member, the questioner is not here to ask the question. I will therefore ask that the answer be published. As we move to question number 716, standing in the name of Rudolph Amwako Jampa, Upper Denchra West. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable member for Upper Denchra West, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations what major challenges the communication network providers are facing in Upper Denchra West. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, communication network providers in Upper Denchra West are faced with challenges such as low population density, difficult geographical terrain, limited fiber and microwave backhaul, and high deployment costs. These factors make network expansion and maintenance difficult in Upper Denchra West. Mr. Speaker, the ministry is addressing the challenges under its purview by deploying shared rural network infrastructure, conducting coverage assessments, activating and rehabilitating sites, improving power and transmission systems, and engaging mobile network operators to extend and optimize services in underserved communities. Thank you.
Honourable member, any supplementary question?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in Minister's response, one of the challenges is low population density and high deployment costs. But Mr. Speaker, as we speak, a population which is more than 200,000 cannot be described as low.
Honourable member, what is your supplementary question?
Mr. Speaker, I'm laying a foundation on that.
Tell me the rules that requires that you lay foundation.
All right, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, so if I'm asking, how soon is the ministry's engagement with the service providers going to yield results for better services for the people of Upper Denchra?
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Right, Honourable Speaker, the ministry continues to engage with the mobile network operators and with our Universal Access Fund. And as soon as some workable solutions are found, we'll notify the Honourable Member and his community. Thank you.
Any further supplementary question?
Mr. Speaker, like I was saying, a population of not less than 200,000, how will the minister describe as a low population? Thank you.
Yes.
Honourable Right, Honorable Speaker, when we say low population density, we are not talking about the entire population of the constituency or district. The cell sites are in specific communities. So 200,000 as the number you mentioned is the total population of the district. However, there's already existing infrastructure in the district. There are areas in the district where there are challenges. And it is those areas where we are referring to as low population density. And so when we say low population density, we're not talking about the entire district, we're talking about the specific areas. Thank you very much.
Any further?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Very well. This is a constituency-specific question. We move to question numbered 802, standing in the name of Honorable Rudolph Amoko Jampa, Upper Denchira West. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise again to ask the Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations what plans the ministry has put in place to resolve the rural telephony network sites in the following communities: Brofiedu, Bremai, Oda, Nkronia, Wampem, Kachre Nyansa, Modaso, Amenase, Amobaka, Enyantentem, Nyons, and other areas. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the ministry continues to implement interventions aimed at improving rural telephony and mobile network connectivity in underserved communities within the Upper Denchira West District and across the country. Mr. Speaker, the following are the status updates on the sites serving the listed communities. 1. Brofoyedru, Amobaka, and Nyunosu. The sites serving these communities have been completed, activated, and are currently on air, passing traffic. Madaso and Amenase, the sites have been completed and activated, but are currently experiencing transmission link failures, given the geographical terrain challenges that I referred to in my first answer. Field engineers from our technical partners have been engaged to rectify the faults and restore full access. For Breman, Odan, Nkronia, Wampam, Anyantentem, and Katriyanase, the sites serving these communities have been constructed and are awaiting integration and activation. The ministry is working with the relevant technical partners to complete the integration process to bring the sites on air. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Please, all honorable members standing should kindly resume their seat. Honorable members, the noise level is too much. Yes, any supplementary question?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me correct my honorable minister for some of the communities you mentioned.
Honorable member, ask supplementary question.
Mr. Speaker, he mentioned the names wrongly. That's why I just want to draw his attention.
Member,
thank you, Mr. Speaker.
If you look at Standing Order 88.7,
Mr.
a
Speaker,
member in asking questions shall not address the House,
Mr. Speaker,
raise any argument, or offer an opinion.
I'm guided, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Minister made mention of some communities that the network, rural communication network is working. And one is Brofiedu, which is the Member of Parliament's hometown. Mr. Speaker, one thing is, the Member of Parliament's hometown, which is Brofiedu, there is no network there. My DC's hometown, James Nkwanta, there's no network there. And it
Honorable member, with all due respect, the rules says you cannot address the House. You cannot argue, you cannot offer your opinion. So you ask a supplementary question.
Mr. Speaker,
please.
I would like to ask the minister that when is the minister sending his technical team to go and inspect those sites, if indeed they are working or not? Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, as part of the reset agenda of President Mahama, we are proactive. The field engineers have already been dispatched and their work will be delivered. Most grateful.
Any further question?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. Honourable Member, this is a constituency-specific question. Again, we move to question number 803, standing in the name of same Rudolph Amoko Jampa. You have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, I think this question serves the same question that I asked. It was just repeated. So I think we can just go.
Very well. We then move to question number 821, standing in the name of Superintendent Retired Peter Lanchini, Member of Parliament for Wa West.
Mr. Speaker, thank you so much for the opportunity. I rise to ask the Minister for Communication, Digital Innovation and Digital Technology and Innovations when the following communities will have their communication challenges addressed. One is Kunchilayiri, Kandel, Bultua, Dabosira, Grungu, Doye, Vieri, Lase Tulu, Jaglo, and the last one is Yonuri. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Ministry is taking steps to address the communication challenges in the listed communities within the Wa West District under the Ghana Rural Telephony and Digital Inclusion Project. The following are the status updates and indicative timelines for the communities. Dabosira, Bultuo, Donye, and Vieri. Construction of rural telephony masts is currently ongoing in these communities. The sites are expected to be completed, integrated, and made operational before the end of the year. In Lasia Tuolu and Jaglu, the sites serving these communities are operational and currently carrying voice and data traffic. In Kendeo and Gurungu, the sites have been completed. However, Gurungu is currently experiencing technical service interruptions due to transmission challenges on Telecel Ghana's network. Telecel Ghana's engineers are working to resolve the issue and restore service. The Kendeo site is also experiencing a transmission link failure, and field engineers from Accent Digital Solutions have been engaged to rectify the fault. In Kulchilieri, GIFEC has conducted a drive test exercise in the community. However, the technical simulation based on the data collected did not identify a viable backhaul solution. GIFEC is therefore exploring alternative technical solutions to provide network coverage and connectivity to the community. In Yonor, the community is not included in the current deployment plan. GIFEC will conduct a drive test exercise to assess the existing coverage situation, and the data collected will inform subsequent simulation, planning, and possible deployment, subject to the community meeting the required technical and implementation criteria. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Member, any supplementary question?
Mr. Speaker, that is rightly so. I rise to ask the Minister for Communications again. The communities that you are assuring us that we are going to get network by the close of the year, can you give this House, as a House of record, the assurance that by 31st December 2026, those communities will come alive?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, our engineers are currently working on the field, and all things being equal, the timelines that have been provided by the engineers is that the sites should be active and operational and passing traffic by end of year. Thank you.
Any further question?
Mr. Speaker, I'm grateful for the answer from the Minister. That will be all right.
Member, this is a consensus-specific question. We then move to question number 822, standing in the name of Dukes William Ellen Kwame Amwako Atta Ofori Atta. You have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, I come under Order 883.
Once you have his authority, please ask the question.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation why the Ministry is now planning an entirely new biometric SIM registration exercise from the scratch.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Right Honourable Speaker, the Ministry wishes to state that the government's decision to undertake a new biometric SIM registration exercise, now referred to as the Electronic Communication Numbering Resource Registration Exercise, is informed by the need to strengthen the integrity, security, and reliability of Ghana's telecommunication ecosystem and to address gaps identified in the previous SIM registration exercise. Mr. Speaker, the previous exercise aimed to ensure that all SIM cards are linked to verified identities through biometric verification and validation against the NIA database. However, the biometric information collected during the exercise was not checked against the NIA database, allowing some individuals to register SIM cards using false, stolen, or unverifiable identities. Mr. Speaker, because of this, the previous registration exercise did not fully achieve its objectives, and systemic weaknesses continue to undermine the integrity of the National SIM Register. Mr. Speaker, the need for a new SIM registration exercise is necessary for the following reasons. 1. Incomplete biometric verification. Mr. Speaker, subscriber records were not subjected to real-time biometric verification against the NIA database, thereby limiting the effectiveness of the previous exercise in establishing a fully verified and traceable subscriber database. 2. A rising incidence of fraud and cybercrime. Mr. Speaker, weaknesses in the existing registration framework have been exploited in incidents of SIM swap fraud, mobile money fraud, identity theft, registration of SIM cards using impersonated identities, and sale and use of pre-registered SIM cards. Mr. Speaker, the new exercise seeks to address these vulnerabilities and improve customer protection and national security. 3. The introduction of real-time biometric authentication. Mr. Speaker, under the proposed framework, no SIM card or numbering resource will be activated unless the subscriber's identity has been successfully verified in real time against the relevant national identification database. This will ensure that every active number in Ghana is linked to a verified and traceable identity. Number 4, the introduction of new security features. Mr. Speaker, the proposed registration framework introduces several new safeguards, including a real-time electronic biometric verification, self-registration capability for physical SIM and eSIM services, the designation of a primary number for authentication purposes, remote SIM delinking, device verification through the Central Equipment Identity Register, real-time validation of corporate registration and diplomatic identification documents, and stronger fraud prevention mechanisms. 5. The need for a new legal framework. Mr. Speaker, thanks to your leadership, I have laid the draft Electronic Communication Numbering Resource Registration Regulation 2026 to repeal and replace the Subscriber Identity Model Registration Regulation 2011 LI 2006. 6. Improved national identification infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, unlike the previous exercise, the NIA has significantly expanded its registration infrastructure and currently operates approximately 294 registration centers nationwide. In addition, approximately 86% of eligible residents have registered for the Ghana card, thereby creating a more conducive environment for a successful registration exercise. 7. The need for a new registration platform. Mr. Speaker, this existing SIM registration platform cannot adequately support the enhanced requirements relating to real-time biometric verification, multi-institutional interoperability, enhanced cybersecurity, and device verification through CEIR. And number 8, Mr. Speaker, the subscriber-centric registration approach. Mr. Speaker, the proposed registration exercise is being designed to minimize inconvenience to subscribers and avoid the long queues experienced during previous registration exercises. Accordingly, the registration process will be as much as practical undertaken remotely using the subscriber's smartphone through secure digital onboarding and biometric verification technologies. Mr. Speaker, for subscribers who may require fiscal assistance, the NCA intends to implement a scheduled appointment system for visits to consumer care centers. Mr. Speaker, the NCA is also considering the use of post offices and community information centers across the country as supplementary registration centers to improve accessibility and bring registration services closer to citizens. Mr. Speaker, for inclusiveness and particularly for people living in remote and underserved communities, mobile registration teams may be deployed to hard-to-reach areas to facilitate the registration process and ensure that no eligible subscriber is left behind. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, the proposed exercise has been designed to be significantly more convenient and less disruptive than previous registration exercises through the use of remote smartphone-based registration, scheduled appointments, expanded registration centers, and mobile registration teams for underserved communities. The Ministry's objective is to achieve a secure and credible subscriber database while ensuring that the registration process is accessible, efficient, and customer citizen-centric. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Member, any supplementary question?
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in June last year, the Minister commissioned NCA to do a validation of the current registration that we have. And it's reported that it's about 81.7
Honourable Member,
successful.
we are not interested in your story. We are interested in a
It is not a
supplementary
story,
question.
Mr. Speaker. I'm just laying the basis.
By what rules are you laying the basis?
Sorry?
By what rules are you laying the basis?
Mr. Speaker, we are talking about a fresh registration.
Please, you are to ask a supplementary question.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, my question is, NCA has rated the current exercise about 81.7 successful. Why is the minister not building on the successes that we've chalked instead of starting a fresh registration?
Mr. Speaker, this is a House of Records. The NCA carried out a sample audit of over 2 million subscriber registrations. For the records, not even one was successfully biometrically verified. So as a House of Records, let's put it on record. In the audit that was done by the NCA, there was not even a single one of the 2 million that was biometrically verified entry. So there's no basis for an 81% claim. Biometric verification, 0%. Thank you.
Yes, Honourable Member. Any further supplementary question?
Mr. Speaker, I want to find out from the minister. Is the minister saying that the current system we're running is not linked to our Ghana card? Is that what the minister is saying? That the current SIM registration that we're talking about is not linked to the Ghana card? Honourable
Member, you have heard the minister. He said not even one is biometric. It's zero.
No, Mr. Speaker, that's not. I'm talking about Ghana card. That's the question I've asked.
Yes, so then reframe the question well for the minister to come and answer.
Mr. Speaker, I think that you are not being patient. What I'm saying is that is the minister telling us or is telling the country that the current system, the registration that we
so you can ask the minister whether it is linked with Ghana card.
Yes, that's my question.
So if you said is the minister telling you, that is not the word of the minister, because the minister said zero biometric, and you are talking about Ghana card when the minister did not mention Ghana card. So you can now ask the question relating it to Ghana card.
Mr. Speaker, I have asked the first question, he answered. You asked whether there was a supplementary. I asked another one. So obviously this is a new question.
Yes, by the way you are asking the question, that is the minister saying.
Mr. Speaker, the minister understands the question. I am asking whether the current
I must also understand your question.
Mr. Speaker, my question to the minister is, the current system that we're running, the SIM that we did, the SIM registration that we did, is it not linked to, is he saying that it's not linked to any of the Ghana cards?
Now the question, yes, the minister, is it linked to Ghana card?
Mr. Speaker, for the records again, the current SIM register was linked to biodata on the face of the Ghana card. It was not linked to the biometric data that is held by the database. There's a big difference between biodata and biometric data. The biometric data is fingerprint and facial recognition. Biodata is the information on the plastic card. So that could easily be alterated, and that's why we had instances where we saw Ghana cards that were linked to SIM cards, but the biodata had been changed. So the right name, but wrong date of birth, because the biodata is just printed on the card. But what is intended to give the database its integrity is the biometric, because nobody can fake your fingerprint or your facial recognition. So as we speak today, what we have is linked to biodata, not to the biometrics. And the intention of the then administration or ministry was to link it to the biometrics, which didn't happen. And that's what we want to do with the current registration. Link it to biometrics, not the biodata. Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, the minister is on record to vehemently oppose any new registration. What has informed his decision to start a fresh re-registration?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, as Deputy Ranking Member of the Parliamentary Select Committee, I opposed the last registration exercise because I indicated that the process at the time was flawed and that we should not go through that process because it would not deliver a database that was secure. What we have seen today justifies my position. Today, as Minister, I am righting the wrongs of the past. We are doing a registration that will use the biometric data, not the biodata. Today, we are doing a registration backed by law. And Mr. Speaker, this House will bear me record that about 3 weeks ago, I came and laid a new LI for the purposes of the same registration. Again, that was an issue I raised as Deputy Ranking Member, that the LI at the time was not fit for purpose. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm only using the opportunity I've been given by the Ghanaian people and His Excellency the President as Minister to right the wrongs of the past. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Communications whether there will be a cost to the registration, to the subscribers, and to the country. Thank you very much.
Please kindly file a fresh question. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would like to find out from the Minister why we don't have to rely on the biometrics that are with the NIA. And we have to take new biometrics because NIA, in processing our card, took our biometrics. So why don't we have to rely on the biometrics that we have already registered with the NIA rather than taking the biometrics of Ghanaians?
Question asked, Honorable Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Mahama is spot on. The NIA has biometric data, and that's why we need to verify against it. To verify against it, you must have something that you are verifying against. And that's why we're asking everybody from the comfort of your home with your own smartphone to submit it. The same way when you want to access your banking app or you want to access your own phone, you have registered your biometric on the phone, but every time you seek to unlock the phone, you use your fingerprint to verify it. Every time you want to vote, you put your fingerprint to verify that you are the one. That's the same thing we are seeking to do. And Mr. Speaker, this, I can repeat on authority, will be at no cost to the consumer. Thank you very much.
Honourable members, I use the opportunity to very well. If you are up, I'll give you the floor.
Speaker, with respect, the Honourable Minister just informed Parliament that this exercise will be at no cost to the consumer. I'm using his words. The subscriber, the ordinary Ghanaian, in other words. Mr. Speaker, that said, can he say the same for the states? Whether it would also be at no cost to the states, and whether no procurement will be involved in respect to this matter. since he himself has given us one explanation regarding costs. Thank you.
Honorable Minority Leader, with all due respect, I'll humbly disallow your question unless it is rephrased. It doesn't relate to the original question. The rules are clear.
Speaker, I don't want to be seen to be having back and forth with you. So I will go by your directive to rephrase. At the dispatch box, the minister himself just informed Parliament that this registration will be at no cost to the subscriber. I want to know from him whether there will be any cost at all to be incurred by the state.
The question that was asked is to the effect that why the ministry is now planning entirely new biometric SIM registration exercise from scratch. This question has completely nothing to do with costs. Asking questions relating to costs, offense standing order 89(1) of our rules book. Accordingly, the question is overruled.
Speaker, without challenging you, let me read 89 in its entirety. Speaker, 89(1) provides, quote, as soon as a question is answered, any member beginning with the member who asked the question may, without notice, ask a supplementary question for further clarification of any matter of fact on the answer, but a supplementary question shall not introduce a matter not included in the original question.
That is where the emphasis is.
Mr. Speaker, may I finish with respect? I passed my law exam, and in this chamber, I have worked. So please, Mr. Speaker, allow me. 2, the member who asked a question may be allowed to ask no more than 3 supplementary questions on the substantive question. 3, any other member may be allowed to ask no more than 2 supplementary questions, except that the majority and minority leaders or co-leaders may each ask no more than 5 supplementary questions on the substantive question. So, Mr. Speaker, construing 81(1), 2, and 3, 89(1), 2, and 3, in their ordinary meaning, the ordinary meaning, I'm not going into secondary meaning, any interpretation, the ordinary meaning of this provision is that when a question is answered by the minister, the answer thereto can give rise to a supplementary question. Mr. Speaker, on this occasion, the Minister of State at the dispatch box is telling the nation that the subscribers will not incur any cost. The question is, if he says that subscribers will not incur any cost, will there be any cost to the state? Mr. Speaker, this is related. It cannot be that, Mr. Speaker, this is an entirely new question, therefore it does not come within the remit of 89(1). Mr. Speaker, it is the minister's answer. I am not coming out with a question out of nothing. That is his answer. And Mr. Speaker, are we arguing here that when a minister gives an answer, you cannot ask your question based on the answer? Mr. Speaker, It is not me who is introducing that new matter. It is the minister's answer which is introducing a new matter. And once a minister's answer introduces a new matter, a supplementary question can lie. Mr. Speaker, we cannot lock ourselves in a certain interpretation that would make politics a difficult venture here. Mr. Speaker, we are asking a political question. And if he himself has put a matter out, you say that because it was not contained in the original question, we cannot ask a supplementary question. But Mr. Speaker, let's be clear. Let's be clear. The question is not coming out of nothing. It is based on his answer. And if you read 89(1) clearly, again, it says, a supplementary question for further clarification on any matter of fact on the answer. But a supplementary question shall not introduce a matter not included in the original question. So, Mr. Speaker, we are not asking anything not included in the original question. I am asking a supplementary question anchoring same on his own answer. And the rules allow. The rules allow, Mr. Speaker. The rules allow.
Honorable members, if you look at Standing Order 89, there is a foreclosure to the effect that but a supplementary question shall not introduce a matter not included in the original question. This has nothing to do with the answer. That is why I refer to the original question asked. We shouldn't use the opportunity to again offend Standing Order 88(7). Unless the standing order is revised, I'm to use it the way it is. So the House can take a decision to revise same. Yes, Majority Leader. Majority Leader. Majority Leader, you are on your feet.
You look different. What are you look different?
Yeah, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I was of the same view as the minority leader that when the minister answers questions, if in answering the question, the minister veers into other areas and makes statements of facts to this House, my personal view has always been that that minister opens himself or herself up to further questioning on the new facts that the minister has introduced, because this is the House of Records, and so we are interested. That was my view, and we argued it extensively in this chamber some time ago. And Speaker gave a ruling, the same ruling that he's given today, that we should pay attention to the terms of the order, the rules. The rules state clearly that the supplementary question can ask for clarification of facts introduced in the answer, except that it cannot ask about a matter that is not captured in the original question. So that is the position that the Speaker holds on the matter. I looked at it, and I do agree with the Speaker that he is right on that. But Mr. Speaker, I plead with you that on this occasion, the minister wants to answer the question. So I plead with you to allow the minister to answer the question.
As a matter of fact, I owe fidelity to the rules, but not to any plea.
Mr. Speaker, I would argue no more. Let me proceed with my questions.
Very well.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, if you may permit me, Mr. Speaker, this is a public interest matter. The nation embarked on some registration exercise. The minister came to the House and told the House that it's at no cost to the ordinary Ghanaian.
You see, Honorable Minority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, let me conclude.
I also don't
Mr.
like
Speaker,
what
I'm
is
not
happening.
going to over-challenge you, but please bear with me.
I draw an attention to Order 88.7. So we don't want any argument.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not
don't
arguing
want
with
any
you.
statement. We don't want
Okay,
any
very well.
opinion.
Let me proceed. It's okay.
Yes, so
let
proceed.
me proceed and with my questions. Mr. Speaker, at page 33, of the order paper, I am referring to the second and third paragraphs. Quote, Mr. Speaker, the previous exercise aimed to ensure that all SIM cards are linked to verified identities through biometric validation against the National Identification Authority database. However, the biometric information collected during the exercise was not checked against the NIA database, allowing some individuals to register SIM cards using false, stolen, or unverifiable identities. Mr. Speaker, my question is, can the minister tell us the number of those who have been identified as having used false, stolen, and unverifiable identities in respect of the very matter he has raised in this very paragraph I have quoted supra?
Honorable Minority Leader, this question is not different from the first one that you have asked. And I will again relate to the original question to ask the Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation why the ministry is now planning an entirely new biometric SIM registration exercise from scratch.
Mr. Speaker,
so
Mr.
if you
Speaker,
want
Mr. Speaker,
the
with
number,
respect, Mr. Speaker, with respect, you've spoken. Please let me also speak. Mr. Speaker, have you paid attention to page 33? No, I'm asking because this is where I quoted. Mr. Speaker, I quoted the minister's answer. Mr. Speaker, respect. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, I would want to refer you to page 33. I would want to refer you to page 33 of the order paper, the minister's own answer. I'm quoting again the first paragraph of that page. Mr. Speaker, I quote, Mr. Speaker, and this is the answer. Mr. Speaker, the previous exercise aimed to ensure that all SIM cards are linked to verified identities through biometric validation against the National Identification Authority database. However, the biometric information collected during the exercise was not checked against the NIA database, allowing some individuals to register SIM cards using false, stolen, or unverifiable identities. Mr. Speaker, based on this answer, based on this particular paragraph, I am asking the Honorable Minister whether or not he has the total number of those who use false, stolen, or unverifiable identities for the registration. And if so, he should provide us with a number. It is his answer.
With all due respect, the question is not included in the original question. And with permission, if I may read the original question again, to ask the Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation why the ministry is now planning an entirely new biometric SIM registration exercise from scratch. Why? That is what the question is saying. And the rule says the supplementary question must relate to the original question. That is why I'm always adverting your mind to the original question.
Mr. Speaker, very well. Mr. Speaker, the original question provides at 822, the original question, Mr. Speaker, 822, this is what it says. To ask the Minister for Communication and Digital Technology and Innovations why the ministry is now planning an entirely new biometric SIM registration exercise from scratch. Mr. Speaker, based on this question, the minister tells us that one of the reasons why they are beginning from scratch is because some people use false, stolen, and unverifiable identities in the registration. So I want to ask the minister that based on the fact that these irregularities have led to their starting from the scratch, can he provide the total number of those who use false, stolen, or unverifiable identities which has resulted in their starting from a scratch?
Honourable members, I must indicate that the rules are there to prevent the minister being taken by surprise. So if your question is about those irregularities, a specific question will enable the minister to search, to get those informations and bring it to the House. But that cannot be taken as a supplementary question. You see, a question to a minister is not an examination to the minister.
I've not said so. Mr. Speaker, first of all, you said something on record, and I need to correct that. There are no surprises embedded in my question. And I agree with you that 89 was framed to avoid surprises, and we all agree. Mr. Speaker, you said that the question must have a nexus with the original question, and that's exactly what I'm seeking to do. Mr. Speaker, the questioner wants to know why the biometric SIM registration exercise is being commenced from scratch. The minister says that they are commencing from scratch because some people used false, stolen, and unverifiable identities. Mr. Speaker, so I am connecting his answer to the question. And based on the very question, I'm asking the Honorable Minister whether the
Honorable Minority Leader, the question is overruled.
I've not finished the question. How can you overrule? I've not finished.
Because you seem to be repeating yourself.
I'm not.
I'm holding not to overrule the question.
Mr. Speaker,
but
Mr. Speaker,
it seems that is what
I am not repeating
for.
myself, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in the minimum, I know my rules. In the minimum, I know my rules. I'm not repeating myself. You may disagree with me, but don't use words that would be demeaning to me. You can overrule me. I don't mind. It won't be the first. It won't be the last. But I won't accept certain words being used to connect to your ruling. I won't accept it. With the greatest respect to you, sir. With greatest respect to you, sir. I've not finished the question. I've not finished the question. Mr. Speaker, the minister says that some people used false, stolen, and unverifiable identities, which resulted Mr. Speaker, the minister at page 33 tells us that some people use false, stolen, and unverifiable identities in their registration, leading to the policy decision by the ministry to start SIM re-registration at scratch. What I want to know from the minister is that can he provide us with the total number of those who use false, stolen, or unverifiable identities in the registration?
Yes, Honorable respected minority leader, I state over and over that if you are looking for a total number of those irregularities, it's a matter for the minister to verify and come and answer. So therefore, this must be a substantive question to the minister, but not a supplementary question. That has been my ruling. Majority Leader, you have the floor. Yes, Majority Leader.
Honorable colleagues, I think if we listen to each other, we will be able to resolve this problem. The question is, why fresh SIM registration? That's fundamentally what the question is. And the supplementary question of the minority leader is, your answer is that the reason why you are doing SIM registration is because in the earlier one, some people use fake identities, okay? And the question that the minority leader is asking is, what numbers of people registering use fake identities? Okay, Speaker is saying that that question requires the minister to do some research and gather the data for you. No, that's what the Speaker is saying. The Speaker is saying that information to provide that answer is not likely to be readily available, and therefore ask a substantive question. So I plead with everybody I plead with everybody. We sit here, Minority Leader, please, at our level when we are talking, let's listen to each other. We sit here and the authority of the Speaker, whether we are happy with the ruling or we are not happy with the ruling, we must respect the authority of a Speaker, whether we are happy or not happy. This same position, you and I argued it vociferously the last time. But the Speaker ruled against both of us. We're not happy with the ruling, but we live with it. To tell you, please. To tell you the truth, my personal view is that, when the minister comes here and provides answers and mentions facts in those answers, we are entitled to ask him for follow-up supplementary questions on it. That's my personal view. But the Speaker has given a ruling based on the wording of our rules. And so let us respect that ruling and then move on. So, Minority Leader, please, if you can reframe your question, reframe it. Speaker has disallowed it. But threatening to walk out is not good. Jerry, don't walk out.
So,
Jerry, don't walk out.
Honorable Majority Leader.
Jerry, you know that we are making arrangements for the flood victims in your constituency.
Honorable Majority Leader, it's been said that sometimes you make mistake to solve a problem. I am happy that the very essence of my ruling has been understood. Because if you are asking the minister to give you the specific numbers of those who use stolen identity to do SIM registration, this is a matter of fact that the minister must look through the record to come and give you the answer. But if the insistence is that the minister should say so, I'll give the floor to the minister.
Right Honorable Speaker, we are grateful for your leadership. May you live long. Right Honorable Minister, the ministry will work with the regulator and furnish this house with the full details in due course. Thank you.
Yes, any other supplementary question?
Speaker, may I know from the Honorable Minister that this whole exercise, which according to him is going to commence afresh because of all the irregularities identified, can he tell us the costs, implications to government?
Honorable Minority Leader, with all due respect, that was a question asked by Honorable Patrick Yao Boama, and that question has been overruled. So I don't expect this question from you. They can.